manage, or how do we manage conflicts and disagreements in marriage? I think I want to start by helping us to understand what conflict is. I always teach in my premarital sessions, I tell my couples that you have to remember that conflict is something that God can use, and it is something that the enemy can use. Conflict is really not a bad thing, because there are positives that can come out of conflict if we manage them well. It is the mismanagement or the bad management of conflict that now becomes a problem. So, conflict can be used by God to actually bring greater understanding in your relationship. Conflict can be used by God to bring closeness. Conflict can be used by God to bring better communication. But you know who else can use conflict? Is Satan. Satan will use that small issue to cause a misunderstanding. And then he will begin to whisper in your ears on top of that, so that you feel like your husband or your wife is the enemy. Satan will use conflict to also cause distance between a man and his wife. And Satan will also use conflict to cause silence. The first thing I want to say is, who do you want to partner with? Are we going to have conflict? Yes. Oh, please, yes. If anybody shows up and says they don't, that's a lie. I won't tell you that. But how are we managing it? Who are we playing to and for? I am playing for God. I am here in my marriage. It's an assignment, and I must yield to God that this is the assignment you gave me. This is what I have done with it. And so, because of that, I am always aware every time there's conflict that the enemy can use it. And the question is, who am I going to let use it? It is God. I'm hoping that that helps. And we understand that the real enemy of our union and our destiny is the enemy. You know what his name is? It's called, his title, the father of lies. And his job description is to steal your joy. It is to kill your love, and it is to destroy the purpose of your union. I hope you get that. I really said I was going to share my heart on this particular question. So, how do I now manage conflicts? Because I am playing for God, and I want God to use my conflict to make me and my husband get closer. Something happens, I make sure that I learn what he does not like and what he likes. What made him upset in that matter, or what made him disagree on that. I learn it. He does the same as well. We're not using our conflict as, oh, one, no, oh, do you see what I mean? We're not doing that. So we resolve our differences. We do not sweep it under the carpet. We do not act like something did not happen. And we do not just say, okay, it's fine, have it your way. No, we don't do that. We also always identify the root cause sometime, because sometimes something that causes conflict is also just a surface. There are usually a main issue under. Sometimes the conflict you're having in the morning is a function of what didn't happen last night. And I'm sure you understand what I'm saying. So I'm saying that you must also be aware to say, what exactly is this? Do we really have an issue? Or is it even yesterday's issue that is spilling over, so that we know how to settle it? Do you see? And so you must identify the root cause of the conflict. You must ask, are we able to handle this problem now? I'm giving you very practical, easy steps that would help us. Are we able to handle this problem now? Or do we need to breathe? Take a breather? Do you see? Cool down and talk about it when the emotions are calm. A lot of time, the reason that conflict is not properly managed is because we are managing it with heated emotions, and we're throwing words all over the place. And so that takes me to also the next point, which is watch your words. When there is conflict, we are meant to talk, but we're meant to talk and listen to each other so that we can solve the problem. Remember, in conflict management, that we are attacking the problem, not the person. I have seen situations where all we are doing is, you are a bad person, but no, what it should be is, this decision you took has left me in a place, you see, where I feel this way. And you want to make sure that you are detaching from it in a way that that person sees that, okay, the issue is the problem, not me. Because when they see that they are not the problem, then they can maybe listen and embrace what you're saying. But the moment you're attacking the individual, your spouse, your husband, then it's almost like you've shut half of the door for them to hear what you're saying. I want to share one tip again that I know would help. Use I when you're talking a lot rather than you. Let me give you an example. Compare, I feel alone and unattended to and uncared for every time I'm at home, and you're not back until say 11 p.m. Compared it to you don't even care about me. You come anytime you want, you stay at work till whatever, compared to you, it's like you're throwing darts at the person. And I hope that someone takes this wisdom. Use I, express how you are feeling about the situation so that they can hear and they can change easily. Sometimes it's a function of how we're saying it. So, what I've said so far is that I am saying that there is a how to solving conflict, there is a when, there is a where. Do you see? And I also started by sharing the why. Focus on your own behavior as well, more than the other person when we're talking about conflict. What have I brought to this table, this conflict table? What was my part? Let me own it first. And then we can now face the other person. And always remember that we must find a God honoring solution, and after that, we forgive, we kiss, we hug, and we receive a warm smile. Always make sure you get a warm smile. Always, I always say that forgiveness is a two-way thing. The person who is offering it and the person who is receiving it. Always make sure that that really happens. And please, three weapons that you must throw away, never use. Avoid name calling, avoid being physical. And please, in the midst of conflict and disagreement, never say things like, I don't love you. I wish I never married you. Those are the things that now bring about bigger issues that we never planned. And I hope that this helps me.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jackie. Thank you. We've got Chidinma back.
Sorry about that. I was frozen.
Okay, so do you want to